Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will be talking about how I got or how I obtained my TN visa, so just stay tuned. Okay, now, what is a TN visa? TN visa stands for Trade NAFTA, North America Free Trade Agreement, which is an agreement between Canada, US, and Mexico that if you are a citizen and you fall under one of their skilled professions, then you can apply for it. One of the skilled professions that can apply for the TN visa are registered nurses. So what I did was I did some reading and did some research, and I finally found something that we will be needing to provide at the border, some requirements, some important requirements that they need to before they give you the TN visa. The first requirement would be you have to be a Canadian citizen. That is the most important thing. I will post down below the website for the Canadian Immigration, or CIC, and then I believe that minimum right now from being a permanent resident is 3 years before you can apply for the Canadian citizenship. Now once you have your citizenship or you have your Canadian passport, then you can go to the next requirement, which is the valid NCLEX, or the valid state license. You have to get a valid state license before going to the border, because they will ask for it. In my case, I passed my NCLEX back in California, and then I transferred it to Montana, and then when I got my Montana license, I just endorsed it to Pennsylvania. And because as we all know, some of the states will require an SS number. Pennsylvania has this waiver form that we just have to sign, and then once we get here, then they will release the actual license. So next requirement will be a visa screen certificate. You can obtain your visa screen certificate from CGFNS. I can also put a link down below about their website. Basically, visa screen certificate will be released until you fulfill the requirements like the NCLEX, IELTS, diploma, transcript. So if you want, I can make another video, or me and Iking can make another video regarding how to obtain that visa screen certificate. Now you're a citizen, you already have your visa screen, you already have your valid state license. Now it's time to find an employer. What I did was I did inquire to a direct hire agency, and then they replied through an email saying that they have an employer for me who is willing to sponsor, who is willing to provide me with a TN visa, or that employment letter. You can also find your employer through Indeed.com or any job bank here in the US, as long as they know about this TN visa. The next requirement would be an employment letter. So what I did was I did inquire to a direct hire agency, and then they provided me with an employer who is willing to provide me with that TN visa. The employment letter is important because that'll entail everything that you will do here in the US. The employment letter should include like your job description, the wages, the differentials, the purpose of employment, the length of stay, and everything. If you've already found your employer, you're ready to go. You're ready to go to the US. You just have to go to a border. You can go to an airport, or you can go to a land-based border. In my case, I am from the province of Saskatchewan, so there is a border down below us in Montana. I just drove down there, and when I got there, it took me a good 1 hour before they gave me that TN visa. The officer will ask you a few questions. Remember guys, the TN visa is not for dual intent, meaning if they suspect you that you have plans to stay here in the US permanently, they will automatically decline your application. So just be cautious in answering their questions. Just tell them the truth. It's just going to be a temporary work here in the US, and you will come back to Canada after your contract expires. In my case, they gave me a 3-year contract here in the US because my employment letter says the length of stay that they will be needing my service for about 3 years. So the border or the officer gave me 3 years as well. They also ask for the visa screen certificate, my passport, my diploma, the transcript of records, my resume as well. And then there will be a fee of roughly $56 for that TN. Now, on a side note, whether you're wondering what happens if once my 3 years is up, upon my research, once your 3 years is up, you can also, or you can again ask your employer if they are willing to sponsor you again or to give you another TN contract. If they did, then you can just go back to that border, any kind of border will do, and then just present the same documents, and hopefully they're gonna give you again the TN visa and again another 3 years of work here in the US. And another thing, I have a spouse and 2 kids, so if you are wondering if they can join you, the answer is yes. Their visa is called a TD visa. It's a trade dependent visa. The border will be needing their birth certificate and your marriage certificate if you are married, and then the officer will be giving them the same 3-year period as what the principal applicant has. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you like our video. Please don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe into our channel. I hope I've helped you. I hope I've answered some of your questions. Till we meet again, till our next video.